Well, we've just completed the first of our design sprints focusing on student physical and mental health and well-being, with a particular reference on the London environment. And what we've done is we've gathered representatives of universities, we've gathered designers, we've got people from theatre companies, we've got student mental health experts and some of our own staff to help us get to grips with how we can improve the health and well-being and the mental health issues that students have to deal with. So we've been brainstorming a series of scales and a series of ideas ranging from teaching buildings, teaching spaces, through to where students live, through to campus scale, neighbourhood scales and up to city scales, just to debate and come up with ideas about how we can improve those outcomes and make students' lives more productive and more pleasant and less stressful.
Very often well-being is thought of in terms of reducing ill health, but really you could broadly segment the population to this normal distribution. The work has been focused on the left-hand side about how to reduce incidence of mental ill health, and not enough done on how to focus on the right-hand side. So our challenge is to very much move away from ill-being and shifting the whole population to the right, so we have more people flourishing.
I got to sit at a table with people I'd never met, and it was so well set up because we had a good brief, we had a strong sort of set of boundaries, and we were given the chance to then play and think creatively without the boundary. And sort of what we found is this medium place between what we have known in physical space design and what are the possibilities for space into the future, and how do you bring those two together and close the gap between them.
There's some aspects of it which seem obvious. People love daylight, fresh air, access to green space. It's just a kind of human nature. But I think now there is definitely an attitude that you need more evidence-based design to make the case. And it goes deeper than that really as well in terms of how we can organize space to improve better social interaction.
There's a lot of work that can be done between builders, developers, engineers and universities to iron out the issues at source and have a more proactive and preventative approach as opposed to the reactive one, which is what we have now.
I was expecting there to be quite a lot of dialogue about how design can help improve student mental health and well-being, but I was quite surprised by some of the solutions that we came up with and how we identified some key issues that students face, such as isolation, and that was something that everyone sort of talked about and touched upon during the discussion.
It was just so cool to be around people who are passionate about what they're doing and passionate about what their ideas can contribute to the university space, and to be able to then at the same time think through these ideas or think through these challenges with them and produce something we hope will be useful to colleagues in the future. Because this is our world, and this is where we are telling people you go to consider ideas, to critique, to think beyond yourself. And I would want the spaces that we imagine for those people who come into them to be as representative of them as they could be for us.
One of the things that we are very adept at is flexing our abilities and skills across scale and across sectors and building types. And that ability, combined with our work in the higher education sector and our contacts with clients and with architects and similar people, puts us in a great position to broker and deal with these issues and put forward solutions rather than problems as we go forward, and develop closer relationships with our clients and help them to deliver better environments for students.
We really need to think about how we can allow students to flourish. This is like the best years of their lives. And you don't want them to go into an institution that's actually going to harm their mental health. And how can they be creative and innovative and all the things that society needs if they're undernourished in terms of their mental health? So it's a big call to action for all of society and the profession as well.